All right, let's start with the markets SPY. Let's see what we got going on here. So we can see the momentum has dried up a little bit, but we still have basically hovering around that 10-day. Again, I would have probably taken an entry probably here, and it's not really doing much right here. So we just have to see how this price action is going. But again, weekly bias is to the upside. If we get a pullback to this 192 area, that actually would be pretty natural, quite honestly. It's just hugging this, or even if we got to this 190 level, that wouldn't be bad either. So again, I would have bought this here. Again, the breakout, people probably, again, this is the reason why I try to stay away from it a little bit, because it just involves too much pain at the end of the day. I think I don't want to go into, I used to do it, so it felt like every time I got in, I felt like I have to just learn to basically take as much pain as I can to whatever I had as my stop, versus looking at a dip and looking at a little less risk. So you're looking at 30-minute from this, and you can see that pretty much stayed pretty much sideways for the entire day. It's selling volume, so you can expect that. Opening volume, you can kind of expect that as well. You see the closing volumes, the opening volumes do have the highest candle, so I'm not really going to put much stock into that. So let's see what we have going on here. QQQ still looks very strong. Again, the bio is around here, this area, and it's continuing. I mean, it's not ripping, but it's still giving a good return. But again, we have the 30-minute, and this one was a little bit better for today. Opened up here, went up, and then sold off a little bit at the close, holding the open right here. You can see it still held that open. So it is what it is. And again, it's a lot going on, because these retracements really haven't been deep. You had a retracement here for like 1%, retracement here for like 1%. If you even want to say this is even considered a retracement, less than 1%. So they haven't been deeper. These people, 2%. It's not deep retracements at all. So you got a little sideways pop up, you got a little sideways pop up, and then just hovering and grinding back up. Volume kind of dying off a little bit. So just got to be a little cautious with that. But again, the bias is to the bull side, and don't forget that. You had this piercing pattern we talked about, bullish hammer type of formation, and it continued up, broke up, it continued, and this going closed near the highs, so that's a good sign. Looking at 30-minute, you can see it pretty much came here, and I think it probably dinged out a little. People that if they took just the high of this, dinged them out, and then pretty much gave a nice run and into the close. So that looks strong as well. Diamond still, it's holding this upper trend line, but it's right there. And you see the bearish MACD, so that's for momentum. So we can kind of see that, and we have a lower high in place. So just got to be a little cautious. But again, I see the underlying trend in place, and I'm not going to really argue with it until there's something that lets me know that I should think of something else. So again, I'm not going to be one of those people that it's grinding up. I think the Fed, I don't give a shit about all that Fed news and all that stuff, because I just want to see how the charts react. And they've been reacting to both sides. I don't care who's pushing the tide, as long as when the tide comes back, I've got my stops in place, or I took my profit off, and I'll let somebody else do it. And then I'll go to the other side, quite honestly. If it gets bearish, I'm not a perma anything, So if it's bullish, I'm bullish. If it's bearish, I'm bearish. Let's look at some names. Apple actually looked good from this buy point right here. Looks really good, actually. 3.5%. From where I would like to have taken it. That's a good sign. You could tell, the momentum is, maybe if it could curl up a little bit, but I think the next stop is actually 95. It looks good so far. Unless we get something that rips through and breaks down below this 10, I would say just peel some off and ride these, because this could be a really good winner. You got Facebook. Facebook is sideways for a little bit. This could be something that basically sets up, if it could break above this high, it could be something good to set up to the long side. You got Priceline. Priceline's not, you have this action going on right here, really sloppy. You got lower highs in place, but you kind of have almost the same thing going on as well to this side. So no, not really. Just staying in kind of this shitty, what is it? There's not even another point to even put another another point to the trend line, so I'll take that off. But it really just doesn't look that good right here. It's just grinding on this 50, so we'll see. But the lower highs is something that you need to look at. Oops. ExxonMobil is breaking down below the 50s. Be careful. Halliburton is continuing to the upside. You got I was looking at U.S. Steel. This one looks like it could be setting up pretty well. You got the momentum up, and then you got this nice little pullback. So you got a nice engulfing. It could give you some run to the upside, which is good. You got Morgan Stanley ripped. I don't know what's going on because a lot of the other financials didn't really look that good, but this one ripped up almost 2.5%. You got Tesla. Tesla again. The buy was down here. Maybe the buy was right here. You should be taking off. If again, they're going to squeeze out. If you're looking for a breakout above these highs, they're going to squeeze you a little bit. So you're going to have to just take it. 3D. Again, the target. If you're in like around here, or if you're in around here, I would say your target could be around this 200 day. But I would be peeling off some profits right now, quite honestly. Some utility names is NEE. That one looks good. Continues to the upside. The pullback, 2-day pullback, 2-bar pullback, gave you a nice little entry right here, and pretty much would have paid you pretty fat, quite honestly. And then you have SRE. SRE is another name that this one looks good. So it's coming down, but it's really slowly coming down. The bear is not looking like they have much power right here, so it continues to the upside and break above. I want to break above the high. I don't need to wait for it to break above this high right here. So again, those are a couple of names, and take care.